Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if you can hear like a lot of traffic noise right now. Unfortunately, it is prime time on a morning and I don't think I'm gonna have time to film this video any other time today because it's quite a busy day. So unfortunately, if you can hear the traffic, I'm sorry, can't do anything about it. I've decided to film right directly in front of the window, which is probably why you can hear the traffic. And if you can't, I'll be very, very surprised. But I wanted to have a little heart-to-heart with you guys today because I realised that it has took me far too long to realise something. And this something has been quite an important lesson for me to learn. But unfortunately, it took, nearly 24 years of my life in order for me to notice this and to realise this. So I wanted to share this with you because I want to know whether some of you guys feel the same way or have previously felt the same way. For the majority of my life, thus far, I had this thing in my brain, I had like this thought process that a lot of other people do, not just women, but men too. Everyone at some point probably feels this way in their lives. But for me, I think it lasted a lot longer than it probably should have done. And that feeling is thinking that you have to showcase your body in order for people to find you attractive, in order to draw attention to yourself. And it's definitely, of course there are some people like that who are going to use you for your body. They want to see your body, they want a cheap thrill, whatever. But there's a lot of people out there who I've only now realised who are just genuine people who want to take the time to get to know you as a person, your personality, your likes, your dislikes, your passions, outside of just sex. So I think some of you may know where this is coming from because I did a video, I think it was probably a good couple of months ago now, maybe even 3 months ago, where it was entitled, "Don't You Just Hate Being Messed Around?" And in that video, I basically said that, there was this guy that I was talking to on and off for quite some time, and all he wanted to talk about was sex. All he wanted to do was see pictures of my body, and as much as I'm all up for a good chat about sex, I'm not gonna sit here and have the whole situation and the whole conversation be directed in that way, because I want to get to know the person for who they really are, minus all of that sort of stuff, And it just wasn't he just wasn't a very nice person, and still to this day he kind of comes in and out of my life. Like, he drops in, says hello, thinks he can do and say whatever he wants, and then vanishes off of the face of the earth for a month, 2 months, a few weeks, a few days, whatever. He just does whatever he wants, regardless of how I would feel. And so, yeah, there's been a lot of people like that in my life that have led me to believe these things, that love only revolves around the naked body, that love only revolves around having to show off your body in order for somebody to find you attractive. And it feels so good to say that now certain things have happened. I've spoken to certain people, or rather a certain person, who has really managed to, probably unknowingly as well, completely change all of that. And it's took nearly 24 years or whatever, but finally I feel like I'm at that point where I know that I can be confident with who I am personality wise, and know that if that other person is really interested, my personality and just me as a human being will pull me through to the other side. It is so sad, not just that it's taken this long for me to figure it out that I don't need to show my body, but it's also sad that I felt like that in the first place. And the last thing that I want to do is to blabber on about me, and this is how I'm feeling. But I feel like this is quite an important video for me to make because I feel like I've hit quite a milestone in my life. And I feel like if somebody watches this video and then they realise that they don't need to do that in order to be in a nice relationship, in order to have attention from men or women or whoever, and in order to be happy in their lives, then I know that I've done a good thing. Please, these people who only want to see pictures of you naked or only want videos or only want something like that, they are not the kind of people that you want in your lives. If all they can talk about and all they're interested in is the sexual part of the relationship or the friendship or whatever, then they're not good people to have around. I can sit and talk about sex for days, but my God, like, there is more to something than that. There is more to a relationship than sex. There are people there. There are two people involved. I mean, sometimes more, but that's not my cup of tea personally, but whatever you guys are into. There's more there's more to the situation than sex. You have to know deep down that you are enough. Just being yourself, to not need to do those kinds of things. And I felt very insecure for a very, very long time, and I still have moments right now where I feel very insecure, you know? I still have moments where I'm like, am I good enough for this person, or do they really like me in that way? Because I look at myself and I'm just like, you're not a nice person to look at. Honest to God, like, I always question myself and I always have doubts. My legs are going absolutely dead right now because I'm sat on them, which probably isn't a good thing. I mean, there's been a lot of times where I've completely lost my my hope for the human race. When you constantly get put down and you constantly get treated like absolute rubbish because this person or these people or whatever think that they can do and say whatever they want to you or disrespect you, and it's just completely, it's like one of the worst things, because it's completely natural to want to be loved, and it's completely natural to want a relationship and to be married and to have children, to reproduce, all of that sort of stuff. It's normal, it's natural, it's a part of human life. But I've learned now that I don't have to rely on those dirty conversations. It's unfortunate that sex is put to the forefront of a lot of conversations. Please, if you enjoyed this kind of casual sit down, not much editing, not much anything, then let me know. Leave this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, if you're new here, make sure to go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I very much hope to see you in my next video.